What is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning into another video, man. Shout out Notification Squad and shout out to the early squad, first squad. I don't think I've ever given a shout out to you guys and girls that post early, so shout out to you. Definitely make sure to smash that like button so I know you're there. Shout out to Discord. And yeah, man, pretty much in today's video we're going to be covering another punk rap style vocal effect similar to Drippin' So Pretty. I know a lot of people have been asking for that for a long time. I love the track Bad News. I love the sonics of it. So I thought we'd cover that today. But yeah, man, if you're new to the channel, definitely check the link below for the FLP, as well as to my vocal recording course, vocal mixing course, and vocal enhancer, all for FL Studio, to definitely help you upgrade your game, step your game up so that you can get a much better vocal sound, a lot more fun recording in a full-fledged template. But with that being said, man, let's hop on the computer, squad up. Okay, feels good to be back. Let's hop on the computer. So as you can see right now, we do indeed have the Drippin' So Pretty Bad News remix going on. Let's take a listen to the track and then we'll see how we can pretty much get a similar vocal sound. So let's get into it.
I don't really understand you. I don't wait for nothing, so that's why I'm going past you. Living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite. I hop in the coupe and you know that I'm racing. I run to the cash now, yeah, I'm paper chasing. Seen it all, baby, I'm a soldier. Heart getting colder, think I need a chauffeur. Rockstar lifestyle, I might not make it. Bowling the backwoods, can't hear what you're saying. Baby, I'm bad news, don't let me influence you. Baby, I'm bad news, friends really hate me, but I don't really care what they gonna say. Vampire in the night, looking in the mirror. Girl, I can't see my reflection. Diamonds on my necklace, she just left me breathless. She like.
Alright, so a lot of fun. As you can see, we've got a pretty nice vocal sound going. So yeah, man, that's pretty much first the breakdown what we actually have going on in the template. So as you can see, we have a main vocal, we have a super double, which is the double already, we have a pitch double as well as a dry doubler, and then we've got some backgrounds left and right, and then we've got the HyperDrive sound pack. So definitely check that out for some cool reverse reverbs and that kind of thing. But yeah, man, let's pretty much firstly take a listen to the vocal without any processing going on.
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite.
So as you can hear right there, it's pretty dark, quite a dark sounding vocal. I got quite a dark sounding microphone. So we really want to help get that nice modern day upfront sound. So when you turn everything back on,
living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite.
we just kind of left with that really pleasant kind of vocal mix. So yeah, man, first things first, obviously, for those who are new to the template format, you can see all of these green channels are pretty much different vocal chains that you can record into. As you can see, each one corresponds to a different vocal take that I had. All these different vocal types all go into any of these, right? Most important is going to be our main vocal, right? Obviously it has our auto tune on it, it's got a few other bits and bobs going on, but the main vocal goes to the vocal chain where we do the bulk of the processing, then into the vocal bus where everything comes together. So if something is not going to the vocal chain, it's going to the all vocals channel, or the ad-libs going into the all vocals channel. Background vocals obviously get compressed together. So that's pretty much what we have going on. We also have all of the reverbs and that kind of thing going on the side. Those are our effects sends. As you can see, that's how we get our kind of cool background effects going. All vocal channel, we definitely do a little bit of compression and EQ and that kind of thing, but we'll get into that. So first things first, obviously you're probably eager to know about the main vocal.
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite.
Ooh, just really nice kind of airy, wonderful vocal goodness. So first thing I like to do always, Drippin' So Pretty is also going to be doing it, Tracy's also going to be doing it, everyone is going to be doing it. The auto tune is important. If you do not have auto tune 8.1, my personal favorite, because it has low latency mode, as well as it just having the legacy layout and effects, just sounds a bit better to me. But if you are on the newer wave, that is perfectly fine. If you're on the Waves Tune wave, that is fine. If you're on the Fruity Picture vibe, that is fine too. There is a stock auto tune in FL Studio that I don't care. I will use whatever I need to use, but I'm just so used to using this, it's in my default template. So these are the settings I'm using. You can obviously adjust to your taste. After that, This was something I was recording with on, so I just kept it here. But really it was just a high pass filter. I just wanted to kind of see if I needed to reduce some of the lowest of the bass. Essentially what I'm doing is something like that. And all I'm doing is 34 cut, not really much else going on. No compression, no EQ, just a simple cut. After that, I had this on while I was recording. For some reason I didn't have this. This is what I usually record with, so I can kind of hear compression mixed together with my hardware LA4 compressor right here, as you can see maybe in the back camera. LA4, really cool. And then I usually blend this together with another compressor, so I get a really nice analog tone. But for some reason I had this Tube Tech on. I switched it out because it was making my vocal a bit too kind of beefy. I didn't really want that. I love the 1176 sound. Definitely check out the Waves CLA 76. It just gives it much more snappy, kind of brighter tone. But you know, this is really the spot where you can add in anything you like to really enhance your track or to emulate analog. So that's what I like to do here. After that, obviously, as I said, we go into our vocal chain. Then we're definitely going to be smacking our vocals into the Farai's vocal enhancer. As I said, definitely check this out. This is absolutely amazing. This is how I'm getting my crazy big reverb sound. Absolutely love the thing I built here. Just that reverb section right there. I mean,
living the fast life.
You know, that's coming from this plugin right here. And you can hear it's forever sounding, but it's not getting in the way it's compressed. So it's really beautiful. If I turn this off,
Living the fast life, the shit is amazing.
It's a bit too crispy, right? But once I turn it in, and then obviously we get that reverb as well.
Living the fast life, the shit is amazing.
Tube emulation, crazy. So yeah, man, this is what I love to add in last. I'll always mix by track, then add in the vocal enhancer and just do some final EQ toning, do a little bit of tube distortion. Maybe I'll drive the input, but for the most part, I'm pretty happy with just the standard preset. There are a whole bunch of presets that come with this Farai's Tube Console swag. Really cool. But yeah, man, after that, SSL EQ, big fan of SSL. I got 8 of them over here in hardware form, but I'm still going to be using the software just because of its ease of use. Ease of use, my bad. And because it has a high pass filter. I don't have high pass filters on these, but nonetheless, absolutely love this. You can use the Waves one as well. You can use the there's just so many out there. There are also some free ones. You'll definitely check out the one I'm going to include in the free VST version, which is going to be the SSQ, which is also wonderful. But point being, I'm doing a bit of high pass filtering at 140. I'm going to be reducing everything below 200 in a shelf style, so exactly what I'm doing there. And I'm also going to be reducing around 300. For me, that works perfectly. You can obviously move this around to where you like. It's generally about 500 to 200 where you're going to be looking for that kind of frequency to dip, as well as 200. You might even go to, you know, even more or less. It's up to you. But for the most part, that kind of stays the same. Sometimes I'll do, you know, 7K or 21K boost, depending on how I feel. And today I didn't really feel the need to boost treble. We boost that later. So really cool. I'm not doing any compression, but really nice. I also do a little bit of leveling here, so you can also just adjust the level post your vocal enhancer or any tube emulation. But pretty cool. I am using the R compressor by Waves. Absolutely love this just for doing a little bit of glue. I'm also doing some makeup gain, so I can really smash the next few plugins coming in the chain. But if I turn this off and I turn off the EQ,
Living the fast life, the shit is amazing. Living the fast life, the shit is amazing.
it's cool, but still too bassy. This obviously adds that nice air.
Living the fast life, the shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite.
Very cool, right? You know, the way that you can obtain air is actually by reducing bass. So don't worry too much. Think about things in the opposite sense once in a while, right? Is you might just want to reduce bass instead of add treble. So keep that in mind. So yeah, compression, glue, SSL EQ. After that, we do a nice little bit of kind of critical EQ. All I'm doing is kind of skimming around. I can do a tutorial on this, but all I'm really doing is skimming around the vocal to look for things that I don't like. So if I'm hearing too much tubbiness, I'm gonna go and skim that frequency out and find it and just cut it out, and until I'm happy. I don't care how many I use. I think you got 20 here, so you can go as crazy as you want. But for the most part, as I always say, I'm gonna be dealing with this region. It's going to be your bassiness, your tubbiness, you just need to deal with that. And then you want to be dealing with the harshness. I'm not going to boost any of these because it's going to kind of sound too ear splitting. But really, I'm just looking for any of the resonant peaks in the vocal, especially in the high end, especially with condenser microphones. When you're singing, you're definitely going to pick up a few resonant peaks. After all the cuts, I just did one boost in the top end, 26K. That's way above our human hearing, but you still get the this range around here, which is around 20, so you get a very slight boost, but really cool. Similar to a Mag EQ. After that, I did a bit of parallel Pultec EQ. I boosted the heck out of the bass, cut the bass, which is a cool Pultec trick. When you cut and boost, you kind of get a dip at 200, so that's kind of what's going on. And then I did a boost and cut again, boost at 16, cut at 20,000 hertz. Definitely check out some videos on Pultec EQ if you want to learn more about this. But this sounds really cool, you know.
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing.
That's cool, but it sounds too safe.
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing.
You just get about like 2% more airiness really added to the vocals, so awesome. After that, I use a little bit of this Waves Vitamin, actually quite a lot. But really what I'm using this for is, since I said my microphone is quite dark, I'm more a fan of darker sounding vocals, if I can be honest. But you know, obviously since the sound requires for you to have a more trebly sound, like Peep or whoever, you can definitely add in a lot of this kind of harmonic saturation to your vocal. I don't really know what this plugin does. I'm pretty sure it's just using harmonics kind of saturation to really boost the top end. But you can use these knobs. If you want more bass, you can boost this. Think of it just like an EQ, but kind of like a parallel EQ. And yeah, you can just add in a bit more kind of treble harmonic with these 3 bands. So really cool. So yeah, after that, C4, definitely just going to be doing a little bit of multi-band compression just to glue the vocal together after all the processing we've done. We kind of go to a new section.
Up in the coupe and you know that I'm racing. I run to the cash now, yeah, I'm paper chasing. Seen it all, baby, I'm a soldier. Heart getting colder, think I need a chauffeur. Rockstar lifestyle, I might not make.
Just really helping gel that bass most importantly together, you know what I mean, just to make sure it's not coming out too much. So yeah man, after that just a little bit of hall. I love to add about 5% of reverb onto my tracks, and pretty cool, right? So on the Vocalbus, this is new. I'm just doing a little bit of finalizing here. I just really found these frequency points to be really annoying. Ended up with a strange frequency thing going on, but again, just a little bit of a treble boost. And as you know, I love to do, I've made a video on these 2 plugins already on my Vocalbus. I'm always going to be adding an L1 and an SSL bus compressor, and I'm going to be aiming for about 2 dB of compression. So
Up in the coupe and you know that I'm racing.
and that's how I know if my vocals are level. It's kind of like my anchor point. But yeah man, we got some other cool doubles and that kind of thing. If we look at the super double,
Fashion Dior is a favorite.
pretty simple. It's just auto tune on full, going into a de-esser, doing some crazy de-essing.
Fashion Dior is a favorite.
It's very important for your doubles to not have treble in them, so that you don't kind of get this kind of overlapping of frequencies. Otherwise your ear is going to be distracted by the doubles and not the main vocal. You want that main vocal to always be first in command. So this is what that does. After that, I added a little bit of flangus in there, just to, you know, obviously modulate the vocal, so it kind of spreads into the stereo spectrum with a little bit of reverb. If I turn this off,
Fashion Dior is a favorite.
if I turn off the de-esser,
Fashion Dior is a favorite.
now you can go for that if you'd like, but you know, me personally, I like it a bit darker.
Chilla Fashion Dior is a favorite.
And you know, you could obviously turn the volume down there.
Chilla Fashion Dior is a
So
favorite.
if you wanted that type of sound, you can go for that. I really like it to be in the beat.
Chilla Fashion Dior is a favorite.
Kind of just add a nice little texture to the track. Then I panned it right, just so it kind of pops in over there. So really cool little technique. Obviously I'm adding that little bit of telephone filter right there, and boom, you get that sound. And then we got a really dry ad-lib sound right here. So the dry double would be this.
Dior is a favorite.
And I didn't finish mixing this, but I was like, sounds cool to me. I actually had this distortion in, I don't know why I turned it off.
Dior is a favorite.
So you can try that out as well. I'm probably just going to turn it on right here. Actually, no, I'm happy with what it sounds like. But, you know, obviously options. And then again, I had a flanger that I did have, but I turned it off. I didn't want 2 flangey sounding vocals, so just 1 was fine.
Dior is a favorite.
But that adds a really nice texture as well. Gives it a kind of guitar tone. So pretty cool. Background left and right already, just kind of, as I said again, or I'll say it again, kind of background textures and...
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Say she love fashion, Dior is a favorite. I hop in the coupe and you know that I'm racing. I run to the cash now, yeah, I'm paper chasing. Living the fast life, this shit is amazing.
And really all I'm doing is some SSL filtering. As you can see, I'll use any SSL EQ, doesn't matter to me. They all do the same thing. They all give me what I need. essentially my EQs are emulating one of these right here, the black or the brown actually, but you've got the black as well, which I quite like. But point being is I'm just going to be doing some filtering and boosting a little bit of treble, push that into a CLA, and you know, it's really soft in the mix. But you know, once you add in your main vocal, so let's listen to the main vocal without.
Living the fast life, this shit is amazing. Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite. I hop in a coupe and you know that I'm racing. I run to the cash now, yeah, I'm paper chasing. Seen it all, baby, I'm a soldier. Heart getting colder, think I need a chauffeur.
Obviously, it just adds in a nice little width to your track. Once we add in everything else, let's add in some cool HyperDrive effects, some hardware effects.
Station of fashion, Dior is a favorite. I hop in a coupe and you know that I'm racing. I run to the cash now, yeah, I'm paper chasing. Seen it all, baby, I'm a soldier.
Really cool, right? We also have this really nice pitch double right here.
Chasing.
And that is just the it's just a copy of the main vocal, except this time around it has a guitar stomp 2 on it with a little pitch thing going on. There is a free plugin, I think I might have it over here, Pitch Proof, which you can try out as well if you want to get a similar effect. Just add it to +12 and you get a really cool sound. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it in this track. You know, reverse reverbs, I'm doing some pretty crazy things with them. Just really filtered a little bit and then adding it to a reverb itself. So a reverse reverb going into a reverb and into a delay, and then that just gives the transition a bit of sound to it, a bit of movement. Yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, obviously we've got some H3000. You know, definitely check out my mixing service. I got a really cool H3000 which you can use to enhance vocals really, and a little bit of delay. This is really soft in the mix though.
Seen it all, baby, I'm a soldier.
Just kind of a mono flanger. But yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, definitely check the link in the description for this FLP, as I said, for my vocal recording course, vocal enhancer, and vocal mixing course. But yeah, man, I hope you had a great time. Definitely make sure to smash that like button if you have not yet. Check out my mixing service as well if you want professional mixing. I take on a few clients a month. So yeah, man, have a great day. I'll check you next time. Peace out.